I cannot get enough of this worst to best stuff. Hello, and welcome to another countdown. I've said I like Smash Bros. I've said I like the new characters introduced in Smash Bros. 4. So, I'm going to count them down. From my least favorite to favorite. I'm not in the mood for going into a detailed intro, so let the match begin. Just to let you guys know, I like every single newcomer, so don't think I dislike number 14. Oh boy.
Dark Pit. You just dropped in to crash my party?
Uh-huh. Before I discuss Edgy Pit, let me just say this. Dark Pit did not get in the way of anyone. If you think Dark Pit got instead of I don't know, Phoenix Wright or something, you're dead wrong. Not only is the slot system non-existent, Dark Pit was definitely the easiest character to develop. Anyway, Dark Pit. I love Dark Pit. I like to play as him. He's obviously a clone of Pit, and in all honesty, he is almost the same as Pit. Pit and Dark Pit share almost every move. There are slight differences with some damage from their arrows, but the real changes are in his side B, his final smash, and that's really it. His side B has a bit more knockback and damage, but the angle at which the receiver goes isn't as helpful as Pit's. His final smash uses the weapon designed after him, the Dark Pit Staff, and it's a clone of Zelda's Light Arrow. So yeah, but other than that, he's Pit in every way. Same speed, same animations. In multiple ways, he's just a clone. I don't hate clones, but he's mostly just Pit with some slightly different custom moves. I want to like him more, I really do, but the only reason I play Dark Pit over Pit is for very few separate moves and his epic victory theme.
Looks like I'm the last man standing.
I love retro revival characters, so it's weird that I don't love Pac-Man with a burning steamy passion. I don't know. It's not like they focus too much on one of his appearances. His moveset is a wonderful collaboration of all his appearances throughout video games. I love it. I do play him, but in the process, I never think, wow, this character is so much fun. I should learn him in greater detail. I don't know what keeps me from wanting to play as him more often. It's not like I dislike all-around balanced characters like Pac-Man. I happen to love playing Mario. But the only thing that pisses me off when I do play as him is his grab. I tend to use grabs a lot, but having to stop in my tracks to take someone in slowly is jarring. So yeah, I think Pac-Man is great. He was designed very well, and he's incredibly worthy of being a guest at the Smash Bros. Party. Having the 4 characters that make gaming a legend is freaking amazing, and I love it. Sorry, buddy. I still think you're awesome.
The winner is Pac-Man!
It's Clone 2!
What is this power?
Lucina was an interesting switch of gameplay from Marth. Think Marth. What's the most notable thing about his moveset? I'd imagine most of you would think the sweet spot at the tip of his blade. And yeah, it makes him pretty unique. Lucina doesn't have it. She does the same damage wherever her blade is. Most people describe her as easy mode Marth, but I disagree. Marth does a lot of damage at the tip of his sword, which means if you stay in that range, your damage output is great. But since he always has to stay at that range, he's easy to predict. Lucina will do the same amount of damage from a few feet away or right in your face, so you can be much more flexible with her. Such a simple change brings entirely different strategies, and that's how I like my clones. Lucina is Marth with no sweet spot, and that's really cool. I'm a huge fan of that simple change, and it's how I like clone. Something that seems so trivial, but it mixes up your options to a great extent. I'm gonna piss a ton of people off when saying this, but I'm happy she got in and Chrom didn't.
This is the hero king?
Lucina!
I, like most people, was surprised to see the Wii Fit trainer make the cut. But, unlike many whiny, ungrateful plebeians, I was happy to see her. I have a Wii Fit Plus, but but that's not why I was so happy. It was very funny to see something other than a main character in a typical Nintendo adventure. The humor is evident in her moveset. I think it's safe to say that every move of hers is related to yoga or strength training. You fellas call Diddy Kong the acrobat? I don't usually see Diddy turn into a living pretzel when jumping. We've had trainer plays much like how you would expect she would. She moves quickly, and she can rush down enemies pretty well. She's rather balanced, so I do enjoy playing as her. But the pure lack of normality that is her inclusion is just enough to make me like her. You put in a generic looking trainer that was made to teach exercise in Smash Bros. Genius. However, this genius doesn't really capture the hearts of others. If you don't like her, that's fine. But please, once again, don't pull the she got instead of blank bull. Thanks. If you're wondering why she's in higher, it's probably because her gameplay is fun, but not anything special. I also just simply like 10 to 1 more.
Tuck in those boots.
We've hit trainer.
One of the most obvious choices for Smash Bros. Was Little Mac. I'm surprised he just got the cut. I mean, he fights for a living. Little Mac hails from the Punch-Out games about a midget punching big people in apes. I don't have any of the games as of writing this, but it seems like it's good fun. Little Mac's speed and power make him possibly the best character. On the ground. Little Mac is a danger, a monster for land battle. But if your foe's dancing around in the sky, you'll have a tough time keeping up. He cannot recover for his own life. His aerials are about as pitiful as my friend count. Little Mac is a high-risk, high-reward kind of character. It's something many younger players fail to understand, so they proceed to raise Little Mac, main Little Mac, fail Little Mac, and eat Little Mac because they think he's a one-way ticket to victory. It's sad. One of the most interesting design characters being defecated on like that. Little Mac is pretty easy to learn if you understand that he's about as useful as someone who doesn't play TF2 Medic in the air. But even knowing how to use him doesn't keep you from failure. Little Mac is pretty much helpless if someone knocks him 3 feet away from the stage, and that's annoying. But hey, I guess with great power and speed topped off with a final smash without a smash ball is going to have to pay its prices.
Winner
Way to go,
is
Mac! You're the champ, baby!
Little Mac.
I'm a fan of characters with strange gimmicks. Like, when you play them, it's a completely unique experience compared to every other Smash Bros. Character. So, Robin.
It's going to be all right. Time to tip the scale.
Yes! I've been playing more of Fire Emblem Awakening, so I proceed to love Robin's inclusion more every second I play. Robin is slow, like, seriously slow. So, you'd probably expect him to be a slow, physically based heavy hitter. If so, you need to listen to me more carefully. Robin has magic tomes and 11 sword that are both incredibly powerful assets. Like, so powerful. Keep him from S tier, they give him a very interesting balance. He has limited usage. It does regenerate after a while though, so some personal advice is to not worry about how many spells or attacks are being used. But these spells are incredibly interesting. Arc PK Fire, suck out of your enemy's health, a recovery that can spike, and a neutral thunder attack that changes its properties as it grows. His 11 sword is present in most of his aerials and smash attacks. I'm a fan of that. It gives Robin more killing moves to use with his glorious Thunder Saber. So yeah, Robin's great. Top that off with a great newcomer video paired with that wonderful final smash including Crom himself, and you have yourself a wonderful newcomer. Time to tip the scales indeed.
The winner is
3 steps ahead.
Robin.
Did it really take so long? Mega Man, the super fighting robot. How the hell did it take you so long to get in Smash? I'm not complaining, but damn. You would expect him to get in before the 4th game. Why? He's a perfect choice. Everyone wanted him. Look at every countdown about wanted characters that was made before Smash Bros. Announcement. You will probably find Mega Man in more than 90% of them. He fits in. He's a wonderful character who is one of the best on the NES. It's easy to design a moveset for him. With many robot master weapons to choose from, picking a select few would be a piece of cake. Listen, I'm not trying to complain. I was ecstatic to see Mega Man joining the battle. Anyway, Mega Man's moveset is awesome. His attacks from near and far are all great. His up grab and up arrow are amazing. Try them together, they're awesome. Pair that with his projectile moves, which let him attack from a distance and still do well, and you have a wonderfully versatile character. His smash attacks, though. His up smash is open for players to get caught at almost any time, and it works very well. It's not the best kill move per se, but it's a blast to screw around with it. His side smash is a ranged projectile. Yes, 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 yes. Please and thank you. Mega Man's just a great character. His representation in Smash was great, and it's nice to see him clashing along with the other Nintendo greats. What a wonderful way to rev up the hype machine.
The winner is Mega Man!
You know, for a while I was pissed while watching the first Smash Direct. I thought they were going to fill it with newcomers to hype about. I was wrong. When they were ending, I was angry. I wanted a newcomer. Suddenly, oh Jesus, Greninja! I learned two things that day. It's Sakurai's game, it's obnoxious to always whine about one newcomer for a Smash Direct. I also learned that Smash trailers came after Directs, so that's good. So, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Toad. Greninja's cool. Not terribly unique, I'll say that. You can find plenty of characters similar to Greninja, but that's okay, because Greninja is fun as hell to play. You run fast, you attack with water swords, you can use a water shuriken whose range lowers the more powerful it is. But overall, his attacks don't do much damage, which isn't a problem when you have a super fast ninja to play as. He's not the fastest, but Greninja can sure as hell get place to place quickly. It's a constant rush playing as him. You need to stay on your toes. It's a classic hit and run technique. Or you can hit, combo, and run. That works too. I was a big fan of his inclusion. It gave Gen 6 some good representation, and while I do have many problems with X and Y, its roster is one of its best characteristics. Another ninja character was just a wonderful joy to see. I can whisk past everyone as a weird frog, and then aerial their non-frog rears. I'm really feeling it, guys!
Backslash! I'm really feeling it!
Have I ever played Xenoblade Chronicles? No. Do I want to? Hell to the yes! I don't want to get it on the Wii with the new 3DS coming out this month, so I'll continue waiting. But holy crap, Shulk is awesome! He's unique, powerful, and best of all, quotable. Shulk's Monado arts let him change his stats in the heat of battle. You can change it to Jump, which makes you jump higher, Speed, which makes you run faster, Shield, giving you higher defense, Buster, giving you strong attacks, and Smash, giving you stronger launch ability. There are downsides, but I just want to go over it quickly. Shulk's Monado gives him wonderful range and attack power, and that's always great. He can do a ton of damage, and he's a blast to play. The only problem to come across is when playing as him is his recovery. Its distance is pretty good, but it only goes straight up, so you're kinda screwed if you're a bit too far. On the upside, however, it's a great attack. His smash attacks are wonderful, not only as normal do damage attacks, but they are a force to be reckoned with his smash art. I'm really feeling that it's Shulk time to show the Monado's power. And he has a bathing suit alternate costume, and believe me, that is incredibly important.
The future is ours to decide.
Palutena is quite the interesting character. Huh? Lady Palutena?
Oh, I'm not here to save you, Pit.
When people were discussing how much she should be included, I was still wondering what she would do. When Sakurai chose to give her the powers from Uprising, I was surprised. It made sense, and it gave her a very interesting moveset. Too bad she's not very good. Not that she's bad, don't kill me. In fact, I love Palutena. I don't know. The way she fights feels disorganized. She's still a ton of fun. She does a crap ton of damage, but she feels sluggish and fast at the same time. So why is she so high? Well, it's Palutena. Being a Kid Icarus Uprising nut, I'm, by default, going to be ecstatic to see an original Uprising character. She was one of the highlights in Uprising, and it's nice to see her in Smash 4. She was a character I was truly hyped for, and she did deliver. See, I didn't get hyped for how she'll play. As I said, an Uprising character seemed wonderful. I'm starting to repeat myself, so to recap. I like her because she's one of my favorite characters, not her core gameplay. Sorry for being blunt, because there's not much to say, but thank you anyway.
So sorry about that, Pit.
Okay, disclaimer. These next 4 are what Palutena almost was. Characters I truly, honestly loved in the inclusion of in every way, and were great on the battlefield. Let's start. You wanna know why the 2 AM theme is so cheery? It's because this villager finally fulfilled his urge to kill that night. Oh, villager, how awesome you are. How very well represented you are. Like seriously, Animal Crossing got better treatment than most universes when they didn't even have a character in Brawl. The same remix everything rule stays. And the same confusion on how a peaceful atmospheric song ended up with Smash remixes here. I like that. But yeah, the villager. I love Animal Crossing New Leaf. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's the #1 game I played in 2013. So seeing the villager come in was a real treat. And the internet meme about the villager being a violent axe murder was a nice side dish to the announcement of Smash 4. He was one of the guys I was hyped for most, and he did pay off. No pun intended. The villager's moveset is trollish, obnoxious, and plain mean. The Duke can pick up pretty much any projectile and throw it back for 1.5 times the power. I expected this to be a pure novelty that didn't suit competitive so well, but apparently it's one of his best assets. He also enjoys such activities as akbuying his way across the stage on the gyroid, Lloyd. It's a dumb move that I love. Also, the tree, just the tree. Finally, that recovery. This moveset truly makes him a troll king, and those are just his main specials. The villager plays mean, disrespecting anyone who looks at him funny, and that's just fun. He can be very risky as well, as he has both wonderful side and up recovery. So off with you aspiring villager mains to treat the battlefield as your playground. Show them what you're made of!
The winner is... Villager.
I've expressed my love for Super Mario Galaxy before. I've said it's the best platformer ever, second best Mario game, and stuff like that. So, getting some representation from the game was wonderful. Enter Rosalina. Question. Do you miss the Ice Climbers? Of course you do. Well, their spirit is captured to the best of the 3DS's abilities in Rosalina and Luma. So yeah, they're different. But if you want some memento of the Ice Climbers, R and L are there for you. Rosalina is one of the most powerful fighters in the game. With her Luma, she can do damage from afar with little risk unless if someone gets closer. And that's nice. Basically, you do move, and your Plasmatic Pal doesn't attack as well. Rosalina's attacks are built to start combos with her Luma, so I'd wager she's the easiest character to start a combo with. Don't think she's an easy character, though. Managing a Luma is hard. It has a health bar, and it can't recover on its own. You need to use your standard B to call it back, but the upsides seriously outweigh the downs. She's just plain fun to use. She completely fits in Smash Bros. You know, she's in everything now. It's an obvious choice. And they make her stand out from all the rest of the Mario characters by making her very unique. Kinda like...
The winner is... Rosalina and Luma.
Wow, what a wonderful foreshadow. Yes, yes, yes! I hear a lot of hate for Bowser Jr. as a character. People call him spoiled, obnoxious, and other negative adjectives. I personally love him. He's a fun mini-boss in Mario games, and he has plenty of personality to boot. So I was delighted to see him clowning the competition. The way he fights is a genius idea. How will you put a teeny Bowser in Smash Bros? Give him a vehicle! And thus, Bowser Jr. came, and he is wonderful. His attacks are surreal, crazy, and cartoonish. That I love. And of course, almost every one of his attacks is a reference to a Mario game. That I also love. He's a tank, being able to dish out tons of damage and he takes less when the attack hits his car. I really do love Little Guy. However, if you dislike Bowser Jr., change his costume. I dare you. Whoa, the Koopalings! Thanks, Sakurai! While I do prefer Bowser Jr., the ability to play as Bowser's Boom Boom officers is wonderful for people who happen to prefer Ludwig, Lemmy, or one of the others. On to the obvious number 1.
The winner is Bowser Jr.
Well, I could say this one little guy changed my life. How he led me to my favorite game of all time. Stuff like that. But no, he's just cool, our little Mr. Peepers and his friend. But yeah, I love Duck Hunt. When the leaks first came out, I didn't really think much of him beyond, oh nice, some NES Zapper representation. But after seeing his trailer and playing as him, I learned to love him in the non-furriest way possible. So screw you, every 2008 most hated characters list. Duck Hunt is awesome. By that, I mean the dog. The game is really fun as well. But back on topic. Duck Hunt is a master of distancing himself from the opponent, but he also has wonderful close-up attacks. His neutral and side special are some of my favorite moves in the game. Explosive cannons and frisbees are two things I love. And his smash attacks are huge. Go profanity yourself. He's just a mean, adorable dog, smacking you with his best friend and the assassin he hired. When I say everything this little guy does is hilarious, I mean it. Just the nature of his attacks, taunts, and personality in general make me want him as a pet. He's awesome. I may have not expected much from him at first, but after some time, he's somehow climbed up to my number 1. He's a wonderful blend of perfect gameplay and wonderful personality. My main man may be a veteran, but if that's my favorite newcomer, Mr. Peepers and his pal take the cake. This has been Jaja3, and what are some of your favorite Smash Bros. Characters? I will read all your comments and respond to some if I can. Thanks for watching, and I hope this is a good start to 2015. I'll see you guys next time.